Welcome to the Digital Pit Boss. Yeah, we're going to talk about a little bit. Not too deep. Just enough to scratch the surface. Just a little bit. Because y'all surface anyway. Y'all the biggest clowns. Y'all the biggest clowns ever to be invented in the United States of America. Never have I studied history and seen more clowns than these niggas on YouTube. Let's see. This could be a super long show. I mean, to properly air these niggas out. I mean, to the point these niggas don't even want to come back on YouTube. To get the energy up to the Sinetta effect video level, it would take me hours. And because I don't get paid for this shit. Because you broke ass fans I got ain't gonna donate a dime. I'm just playing with you. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping off the money. I just like fucking with you. But man, where can I start? How about I start with Ankh called me? This nigga know I don't really fuck with him. I mean, some of y'all might not know about Ankh and Pit Boss on YouTube 5 years ago, where I was smashing on the conscious community, and I was doing it on a little bitty channel, which I ain't gonna name because the snitches over there, and you know these snitches is knocking niggas around this motherfucker. So I don't call no nigga no snitch around this motherfucker. But they still snitches. And I grew up in the era, snitches get stitches. It's important because the heartbeat of the trending news is based on a supposedly snitch. I don't know the nigga. Ain't nobody told me what he snitched on. All this talking, who the fuck this nigga snitch on? Can we get the backstory to the snitch? I don't know what the fuck is real. I know one thing though. I was born in Southern California. I was raised in Southern California, LA County, up under the Foothill Police Department that beat down Rodney King. Y'all seen it. Rodney King got beat down in my neighborhood by the same police force that used to harass me. I came outside and all I seen was gang bangers since the 7th grade. I wasn't really focused on gang bangers in elementary school. I was it wasn't on the radar. But when 7th grade hit, It was gangbang central. It was the fucked up part. It was only a 10-minute bus ride from my house to the junior high school. And when they let you off, you had to walk by this apartment complex that was gangbang central of my neighborhood, where the niggas who was older than us that didn't go to school and sold drugs and participated in criminal activity and ain't got shit to do sat in the parking lot all motherfucking day. Flame on, they call it. Everybody got on pea hats, red chucks, fat laces, khakis, white tees. And they deep. They like 200-300 of them just in this one parking lot every day. And we be walking to school and they'd be looking at us like, oh, yeah, you know, we was kids. So 7th grade, nigga, 12 years old in the 7th grade. And so they pretty much didn't fuck with us. They obviously knew we wasn't jumping off the bus to do a drive-by on their motherfucking ass. So we would walk to school. Then you get out of school, you got to walk back by their ass and stand on the bus stop in front of their fucking apartment complex. Thousands of them niggas riding all around in the car, and you looking like, look at these niggas. How come they don't go to school? And then they pull up and roll the window down on you and say, little niggas, stay in school, nigga, or we gonna see you in these streets. You be looking like, fuck you niggas. Cause you want to be hard. So and they laugh, look at him, he think he hard as they drive off, pull up into their gang central. Then you get to school and some of your schoolmates live in that goddamn apartment complex. So they got to deal with that shit all day. Then they start banging on you. What's up, blood? You're like, huh? What, nigga? Blood? What you talking about? Then the gang bang mentality is in your consciousness and awareness. And you now realize what all them niggas in the parking lot is doing. So you say, okay, so you know, you meeting these niggas, everybody for the most part friendly. And then as y'all grow up, you start meeting multiple of them till all of a sudden you know all them niggas. They know you and they know your sister and they know your daddy and your uncles and your cousins and whoever around you. They all of a sudden they the hood intel on everything going on in the hood. And you like, then you know, finally, you can't wait to get to high school. You make it to high school and them same dudes is growing up with you. And you think about all the little activity you did in junior high, and it's about to get turned up for high school. So basically, they start dying one after another in various ways. Different shit. Some of that shit crazy, some of that shit amazing. You be like, damn, that was the homie, man. That nigga got smoked. Police killed that nigga. Nigga jumped out. Police told him, drop the gun. He didn't drop the gun. Boom, they smoked him. He wasn't but 13. He was a gangster, though. So you're like, damn, this shit real out here. Then a couple of them niggas push up on you and start sweating you. And you're like, what you want, nigga? Nigga, where you from? Nigga, I'm from my mama womb and my daddy nuts. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about? Where I'm from, nigga? Oh, you nigga. You know, we represent the hood. Well, nigga, look, I ain't with it. So if you strong-willed, you going to resist the temptation and the intimidation to join that shit. But if you like these black Satanists in the conscious community, you'll fall for any motherfucking thing. If you like some of these sucker-ass YouTubers, you'll fall for any motherfucking thing. You just fold to the fucking pressure. But if you a strong-willed motherfucker, you gonna tell them niggas this. Look, nigga, I ain't really against your gang thing, and I ain't really tripping. One of you niggas fuck with me, I'ma come back up on you niggas by my goddamn self, and I'ma put one through you, cause I ain't even tripping. They like, oh, don't worry about it, little homie. We know your brother, nigga. That nigga hard. And we don't want no problems out of y'all, man. You cool? You all right, my nigga? Well, I got love for you, my nigga. And I understand you with the street shit, my nigga. But I'm telling you, homie, blood, cuz, where fuck you, how you want to do it, just let me be. And then they respect you. And then they say, well, nigga, you affiliated. You like, what the fuck is you talking about? Nigga, you from the hood, so you affiliated. Nigga, you just ain't active. So you like, oh, okay. I get it. I was born in this geographical location. You guys have designated this your shit. Don't own a motherfucking acre around this motherfucker. Your mama and daddy rent the apartment, but this your neighborhood, right? I got it. And so you grow up affiliated to your neighborhood. And then you realize not only is this mentality happening to you, but this mentality is perpetuated by every fucking neighborhood in the county. And you know what happens when you get to high school, right? You try to explore. They send you out of your neighborhood to go to the high school. So the whole neighborhood is getting bused to various sections of LA County. Most of the high schools is in white neighborhoods. So that's where you're going to meet all your white friends. So you get to the high school and you see like 300 niggas from where you from. And then you see 300 niggas that's from somewhere you not from. And they always say, it was safety in numbers. So shit, you grew up with them niggas over there. So them your homies, because it's safety in numbers. And then everybody start getting driver license at like 15 and a half. You get your driver license. Now you can spin through the hood. And some niggas, they rolling in hoopties. Other niggas got Cadillacs, own Daytons, diamonds and Vogues, candy paints, chrome rims. They done spent some bread. You like, what nigga? How you riding like that? And you go to school every day with me. And then he say, oh nigga, I got my little thing going on. Your little thing going on. What type of thing you got going on? I see the little fresh Nikes you be busting every day. You got like every color. How you doing all this, nigga? Your mama is a crackhead. What the fuck? What's really going on? He said, oh, nigga, I pay my mama rent. What? What you mean you pay your mama rent? Yeah, nigga, pay my mama rent. And I buy all this shit. I'm like, man, nigga, what? My mama give me $5 for lunch every day. $1 to get on the bus, $1 to get home, and $3 for whatever the fuck I'm gonna eat. And a couple of these democratic, satanic sack lunches they give us at the lunch hall. That welfare program they got going on in the school. He said, well, look, nigga, come by the apartment complex later on the day, pull up in the parking lot, nigga, I'm gonna show you what's really going on. You like, all right, nigga, when I'm done with school and I go home and I wash dishes for my mama because, you know, she make a nigga wash dishes and all that old type of shit before I do my homework and, you know, all that shit before I can really come back outside. So I can get out. I be outside like 4:30, nigga. Only take me an hour and a half to all that shit. All right, nigga. See you, nigga, at 5. So you get out of school. You tell one of the homies they got a car near you. Hey, nigga, what you doing? You tell the nigga, what you doing, nigga? Give me a ride over to the hood, nigga, over to the gang bang central. I gotta go holler at one of the homies. He gonna tell me how he paying his mama rent and how he got all them fresh ass Nikes and shit. He gonna put me up on some gang. Homie, like, jump in, nigga. Now he got a car because his mama and daddy got a job. They both work at General Motors. And they can afford to buy their little kid a car. So, you know, he's a square. He gonna take me over there, square, take me over there, square. So we pull up to the parking lot. And all I hear is an Ice Cube song in my fucking head. Who are these motherfuckers in the parking lot? I heard these motherfuckers, they like to get sparked a lot. Gang bangers everywhere. The cool part is I've identified all of these niggas since the first grade. I've been meeting these niggas since the first grade. So I'm really not afraid of these niggas because I know these niggas. Some of them is mean. Some of them is crazy. Some of them is cool. Some of them is lazy. But I know these niggas. So I jump out the car not giving a fuck because they jealous of me because I'm a nigga from the hood that they want to be. And the nigga be like, yeah, nigga, what's up, homie? What's up? What's up with you, blood? Hey, what's up, homie? Nigga, come here in the back. Come here in the back. Nigga, let me show you something. You walk in the back. This nigga got a rack. This nigga got AKs. This nigga got kilos. This nigga got pounds of weed. This nigga is the nigga. And he say, well, you know, nigga, I'm a real nigga. I'm a real boss around here. You like, nigga, you the youngest nigga in the world. I know, but you know, my daddy, he was that nigga in the 70s. He was robbing banks and then he got cracked. And my mama came to me and gave me his guns and all his money. I didn't know what to do, nigga. I was 12. So I went to the homie and they took me to the other homie. And nigga, I bought about 8 kilos and never looked back. Like, what? I said, nigga, do you know you can go to jail for this shit? He said, nigga, we ain't worried about no jail. You see all these niggas in the parking lot, nigga, they watching out for the police. The police can't even drive up in this motherfucker. Watch this. Nigga just pull out his gun and start busting it in the air. Then he put it back down and said, see, nigga, if they was gonna come, they'd have been showed up. You're like, man, you motherfuckers is crazy. You niggas is crazy. Oh, nigga, don't worry about it. Ain't nobody gonna do that, nigga. So what's the deal? Well, look, all you gotta do is take this and stand on that corner for about 45 minutes. And such gonna watch your back, and baby girl gonna hold everything. And then the smoker, he gonna pass it off for you. All I need you to do is count the money. What? How much I get? Nigga, we give you $1,000 a day. What? Nigga, my mama don't make $1,000 a day. And she's a certified nurse. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about? Nigga, I'm telling you $1,000 a day. All you gotta do is come here 2 hours. You are now witnessing the strength of street knowledge. You are witnessing the Ronald Reagan Noriega ghetto takeover. You are witnessing communism gangbanger style. And not only is this dude doing this, but every nigga look like him. in every hood that looked like them across the whole motherfucking county. This is the early 80s. Gang banging is about to be official worldwide. Bitch niggas from wherever the fuck they from that think they hard don't know what the fuck is about to happen to them. They are about to drop a movie called Colors. Colors, I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking, king of my set and just a gangster stalking, living life like a motherfucker quick as a fuse. And niggas gon' die over the colors they choose. Ice-T. 1984, 85, 86. The world got a quick glimpse of what the fuck everyday life looked like on the streets of Los Angeles. They don't even fucking understand this shit. They don't have a clue of what the fuck is about to go down. They don't have a fucking clue. They banging in Little Rock. They did the documentary. Banging in Little Rock. LA niggas turn on their TVs to see niggas gang banging, blooding, and cripping all over the world. Niggas with attitude. Go global. Ruthless Records. Easy E. Dr. Dre. Ren. Yella. And the Los Angeles ambassador, Ice Cube. Represents the gang bang mentality for the world. And the Jew is behind it. It can't happen without the Jew. The Jew is in control of all avenues of Hollywood. And they want in on some of this money because Jews have exploited Black culture since they were first introduced to Black people thousands of years ago. The current Jews exploited a vacuum that the original Jews got killed in the Temple of Jerusalem in 70 AD, and their whole entire priesthood eliminated. Several tribes decimated. Anything surviving the aftermath was a wash. A wash. And they said, look, the niggas is show. Let's steal their identity and run the script. And ever since 700 AD, Jews began to exploit African culture, Israelite culture, Ifa culture, Fulani culture. They don't give a fuck what you representing. Is it worth money? And so here we are, 2019, and Nipsey Hussle becomes a victim of the circumstance. In a long legacy of victims of this circumstance, we call it the gang bang mentality. So I get a call from Ankh, the real Black atheist, because I commented on a show where he was on ogod, hip hop viral network, making himself a fucking target for views. Don't know what the fuck he talking about. Ankh ain't been no closer to some gang banging than he has been to Christ. This nigga don't have a clue about what the fuck they do in gangbang culture Los Angeles. Nor do none of these East Coast niggas at all. I ride around and I'm like, so y'all blooding in New York? Really? Y'all cripping in Atlanta? Really? I heard you niggas banging in Little Rock. Y'all really think you know the codes? You really think you know what this shit is all about? Do you really? Because if you really feel it, if you really believe that your ass is gangbang culture, then you definitely is a slave. You're definitely a slave. Because I grew up in it. And there motherfucking day of my motherfucking life would I ever let a motherfucking gangbanger turn me into a motherfucking slave. Into a motherfucking gangbanger, which was pathetically below my level of intellectual ability. And never in my motherfucking life would I ever let a niggify me. But to hold your position that strong, you got to be willing to kill. Just willing to kill. I ain't saying you gotta kill, but you best to be willing to kill. Because they set up rules for this shit that has no logic. Zero motherfucking logic. It has logic to them. Here's some of the logic. Gangsters don't die, we multiply. Nigga look dead to me. I ain't seen none of you niggas come back like Jesus. Niggas say, nigga, I'm banging for life. Nigga, this is the hood for life. Are you talking about a life sentence in jail, nigga? What type of life is you talking about? They got all kinds of dumbass rhetoric that they coach themselves to believe in order to accept a satanic doctrine. They got all kinds of shit. They got acronyms for the word crip, acronyms for the word blood. It's double speak. It don't mean a motherfucking thing. Then you got these so-called historians of LA gang culture go to college and do book reports about gang activity over the last 50 years in Los Angeles and swear, you know, they started off protecting their neighborhoods from radical white gangs. Is that what they told you? See, there's a story for the news, a story for the camera, and then there's reality. There's reality. White gangs have been terrorizing black neighborhoods for their entire duration in the country of America, the entire duration. And yet, no Bloods, no Crips. Never. They created all kinds of gangs, mentalities. The zoot suit killers. Niggas walking around in zoot suits. It was killers. You had gangs of New York, gangs of Chicago, gangs everywhere. White gangs, black gangs, Asian gangs, Mexican gangs. No Bloods, no Crips. What happened to them gangs? Where they go? Hoover and the FBI was looking into Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, to which both of them were socialist radicals funded by Jews, Malcolm X tended to take the hardline position by any means necessary. Martin Luther King decided to take the Gandhi perspective, and he wasn't going to raise up no gun. Both of them considered themselves fighting for justice for black people. Both of them took a bullet in the head or a bullet to the body. All of it been witnessed on cameras. Pictures of Martin Luther King slain. Pictures of Malcolm X slain. Pictures of Nipsey Hussle slain. Pictures of Tupac slain. Pictures of Biggie Smalls slain. It's all being caught on cameras. Then the propaganda comes out after they die. Who killed Malcolm X? Was it the government? The conscious community of the 1960s. The government killed Malcolm X. No, it wasn't. It was Farrakhan killed Malcolm X. No, it wasn't. It was the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X. No, it wasn't. It was some race crackers who paid some niggas to kill him. No, it wasn't. Malcolm X's wife killed him. No, it wasn't. His kids killed him. No, it wasn't. Aliens killed him through mind control. This is how you deal with slaves. You confuse them. You don't let them into knowledge. Knowledge is for an enlightened group that we call the illuminated ones. They're the only ones who can know the truth. But their job is to protect the truth from the masses. Because truth leads to power. And the elitists operate off power. And batteries run low when you get rid of power. I need to recharge my Duracells. My battery is low. So they decide, if we're going to integrate the niggers, these niggers can't own all this fucking wealth. Because anybody with money gets beside themselves. Well, what we're going to do, not let the niggers have any money? No, they can have money. They just can't have power. Or they can have power, but they can't have money. It's one or the two, but certainly not both. Martin Luther King had power, but he had no money. Malcolm X had power, but he had no money. Nipsey Hussle had money, but he ain't had no power. Tupac had money, but he ain't had no power. You don't get both and live to talk about it. Farrakhan got money, but he ain't got no power. You don't get both and live to talk about it. Fuck you think this is? This don't say America for blacks. This is America, period. If you want it, take it. If you want some, come get some. That's what the white man yelling. You don't like what we doing, bitch? Change it. We go to war for what the fuck we want. We want salt in Africa, you niggas is slaves. We want cobalt, nigga, you niggas is slaves. The gangbang mentality in Los Angeles derives from a condition. It's a condition that begins without education. It's a mentality that is developed out of a lack of necessity. It's a mentality that is developed due to outside pressures on your economic situation, on your social situation. The pressure busts an iron pipe. The gangbang mentality is then perpetuated by the gang. It is then cultivated by propaganda. It's circulated through media to entice others to be persuaded to adopt the self-destructive gangbang mentality. This is why Pit Boss only was a gangster and never a gangbanger. Because even a gangbanger and a gangster is demonstratively different. There's a difference. A major difference. A major difference. A gangbanger almost has no morals. The harder the mentality, the lower the morals. A gangster, he has an economic agenda that causes his low morals to exist. His desire for wealth and fame and fortune requires him to be hard, to be ruthless, like Ruthless Records, LA record labels, Ruthless Records and Death Row. Two of the biggest record labels LA ever produced. Perpetuating gangbangers, gangbang mentality. I never let a Jew fuck up my crew. Never have dinner with the president. Who's the motherfucking Mac? Is it you? Or is it a nigga in a big hat? Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. From a gang called Niggas with an Attitude. Platinum without no radio play. Because gangsterism felt dangerous. It'll scare the shit out you. It'll hit you where it hurt. It don't give a fuck about you. The gangbang mentality is exemplified in the satanic doctrines of 1,000 cultures. It's exemplified. It is born out of satanic doctrine. It's nothing holy about the gangbang mentality. Now, if you wasn't privileged to watch a child go from innocent to hardcore before your eyes due to the pressures of his environment, the influences of his environment, and his weak stability in himself. Some people were saved from gangbangerism simply that they were cowards. Gangbangers have a slogan for cowards, that cowards die of 1,000 deaths, but a gangster only dies but once. Some say it's better to be a coward than be alive. Let's take a listen to a fool on YouTube commenting about a fool in prison.
Tragedy. He says that Nipsey's loyalty to his hood got him murdered. He also said that the homies could have protected him better while he was around the while he was moving around the hood. And he said that the game almost forces you to go back to the hood because it's so watered down in Hollywood. About the homies protecting Nipsey more, I really can't say that because Nipsey had protection. He had a bodyguard.
Let me stop and articulate this ridiculous shit right here. I don't know who this YouTuber is. I just know this motherfucker ain't nowhere in no kind of fucking way educated about gang culture in Los Angeles. I'm not talking about gang culture from where you from. I'm talking about gang culture in Los Angeles. This motherfucker don't know what the fuck he talking about. Let's break it down. Suge Knight. He would have been called an affiliate, a gang affiliate. Certainly Suge Knight didn't grow up a gang banger. But he was hard. He was ambitious. And he was well groomed in the life of gang culture. But a gang banger, Suge Knight was not. First thing you need to know about the gang banging mentality. Nigga, you don't have no bodyguards. Your pistol is your fucking bodyguard. You might got to use that shit on your motherfucking bodyguard when he get to bluffing. You might got to pull it on your brother when he get to smoking. You might got to kill your homie when he get to choking. Only motherfucker that can save you is you in gangbang culture. I don't know near motherfucking gangbanger with a goddamn bodyguard. I just know a nigga with a pistol, and I know the difference between a shooter and I know a fucking stupid nigga with a pistol. I know the difference between a killer and a dumb nigga with a pistol. The dumb nigga with the pistol might kill you just out of fucking fear. The shooter ain't even hesitating to kill you. It's nothing. Gangbang mentality. It's nothing. So his first mistake, this particular YouTube reporter, is he don't even know what the fuck he talking about. He don't even know what the fuck he analyzing. Let's let him speak though.
They had the day off. This was the perfect storm. if anybody can get killed. This was the perfect storm. Okay? This was a perfect storm that got Nipsey killed. He gets a call. A dude that just got it was just a perfect storm. Eric just happened to be in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, it was a perfect storm. It was a perfect storm that got Nipsey killed. And you can't protect nobody from that. You know, I'm not going to blame his homies for his death, because I'm sure they feel terrible. Like, can you imagine how bad they feel right now?
Let's stop it again. Gangbangers got three main codes. Three main codes. Don't snitch. Stay out of other niggas' business. Don't get caught slipping. Every fucking gangbang mentality on the fucking county of Los Angeles. Learn them three codes on Gangbang University Day motherfucking 1. Don't do no snitching, because it ain't nothing but criminal activity going on. The whole entire motherfucking mentality is built on criminality. So you can't, a gang cannot survive if the members are going to snitch. It's the act of snitching is self-destruction to the gang. Therefore, they protect that one the most, because they want the gang to survive. They want the mentality to survive. So snitching is a motherfucking penalty of death. Death to you player haters. Don't let me find you. Don't get caught slipping. This is one that, I mean, everybody get caught slipping. The coldest motherfucking slipper get caught slipping. It just didn't always turn out bad. Sometimes your homies will pull up on you, nigga, with a mask on and whip that thing out and tell you, nigga, get on the ground, nigga. As soon as you get on ground, they start laughing at you. Take the mask off. Oh, look at you, bitch, nigga. You was about to shit in your drawers, nigga. You thought you was dead, huh? Oh, yeah, nigga, I thought y'all niggas about to kill me, blood. Niggas start laughing. Yeah, nigga, that's just a check, a head check, bitch. So you would stop running around this motherfucker thinking it's a game, nigga. What you doing outside without no gun, nigga? Bullets ain't got no names. Don't get caught slipping. The penalty of slipping is death. The penalty of snitching is death. Stay out of niggas' business. Oh, this one. Ooh, this one right here. Get a nigga ain't even affiliated fucked off. That motherfucking rule done got whole families slaughtered. Whole motherfucking families. Mama, daddy, kids, dogs. Everything dying off this one. Getting in motherfuckers' business. So they came up with a cliche, because these niggas don't really do no writing and recording what the fuck is going on. The rules are kind of like, nigga, you better just breathe in the rules, because they not written on the walls. There's no Bible for gangbanging. They don't have no famous authors who broke this shit down. It is transmitted by osmosis. And you better feel it when it comes towards you. And stay out of nigga business, because boy, getting in a motherfucker's business, the penalty of death is what you'll get for getting in a motherfucker's business. So they came up with a cliche. It's this simple. And when you hear this cliche, be thankful for the warning. And it goes this way. It don't cost you a motherfucking dime to stay the fuck out of minds. They only gonna whisper that once. Because you haven't fully fucked up yet. You being nosy. And they peep you being nosy. And so they look at you out the corner of their eye and they go, look, nigga, it don't cost you a dime to stay the fuck out of mind. And you know, as soon as you hear it, you go, oh, hey, homie, I was just taking out the trash, nigga. I didn't see nothing. Let me keep it pushing. Let me keep it pushing. Those 3 rules is foundation to gang activity. If you can't obey them laws, the penalty of death awaits you. Gangbangers have a long history of enforcing the rules. Now, let's deal with some conspiracies. Here's a simple one. The FBI has infiltrated all activities of Black life in America but one. They're unable to put an agent in the middle of a gang because the gang culture acquires their members at a very, very, very young age before an individual would have the ability to be an agent. 10, 9, 7 years old, you get home training. Home training for a 7-year-old gangbanger is his mama fucking in the back room for a $20 rock. It's fucked up though, ain't it? Ain't that fucked up? That's some home training for a motherfucking gangbanger. I could spill out a lot of shit, but I'll only make your spirit feel down because I would infect you with the ridiculousness of gangbang mentality and how you turn an innocent child into a gangbanger. It's a ruthless motherfucking drag off the motherfucking block. I've watched multiple motherfuckers make this conversion. It take more heart not to join that motherfucker than to join it. I guarantee you. Because you got to deal with that first stage and nah, nigga, I ain't fucking with no gang. They be like, nigga, you gonna be from the gang, nigga. We gonna beat you up. That's when you got to say, well, look, man, it's 30 of you niggas and there's one of me. And I ain't joining. They say, nigga, after we beat you up, nigga, and stomp you out back here, nigga, you gonna join eventually. So you take off running. They chase you. They don't catch you that day. Next day, you laying in that nigga's living room. His mama done let you in the door. You done crept up in there and you waiting on that nigga to wake up. And when he wake up to go use the bathroom, you pull the gauge out on that nigga. And you tell him, look, homie, I told you I want to be from that gang shit. He's like, how the fuck you get up in here? Your mama let me in, nigga. I've been coming over here for years. Nigga, don't shoot me. Well, nigga, leave me alone. And then they see that you willing to die to stay the fuck out this nonsense. And they say, I feel you, homie. This ain't built for you. And they let you the fuck go. It ain't that bullshit you heard in the movie. All this propaganda shit you done watched on TV, nigga, that's not how it go at all. It don't go like that at all. There's tons of motherfuckers walking around LA don't want to fuck with no gangbangers. Don't come over, don't have them niggas over my house. When I get home, I better not see no gangbangers around this motherfucker. It's mamas and daddies banging on their kids. If you bad little motherfuckers don't get from around my motherfucking house, I'm gonna call the police on all you niggas. They banging, but the gangbangers don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. That's part of the mentality, not to give a fuck. If you cared, you couldn't be a gangbanger. So when you hear this nigga say, I know these gangbangers are sad, nigga, stop. Stop. All you gotta do is look at his body. He got tattoos of the dead homies all over him. This nigga ain't crying over nothing. Crying ain't part of being gangster. Niggas will shed tears, crocodile tears though. 5 minutes later, they loading up weapons. They don't give a fuck about nothing. That death was only inspiration to kill, to just inflame the mentality to absorb it proportions to where motherfuckers ain't crying. I watch motherfuckers get shot on a corner and come back out on that corner an hour later after they done cleaned up the body and removed the tape and did the investigation and dipped. They right back on that corner. It's nothing. It's part of the motherfucking tradition. Here is the life expectancy of a California gangbanger. 25 years old. 25. Every gangbanger I knew when he was a teen, they had a slogan, another one of those unwritten rules. Gangsters don't live that long. That's the slogan. Gangsters don't live that long. The harder you are, the shorter your life. The harder you are, the shorter your motherfucking life. Because that hard bullfrog mentality is going to have you go out there and do some outlandish shit and get yourself killed. And you know what your death going to become? Energy for the gang. Your death becomes energy to do some more of this gangster shit. I want to be like the homie. I want to go out in the hella shells around this motherfucker. That's a nigga's thought mentality. That's the real shit. He want to die in a gunfight. He don't want to die old around a whole bunch of kids. He want to die in the most gangsterous way he could imagine. Now, if a gang found out that the police put an agent in the gang, police gonna die in Los Angeles. They not immune to this shit. Go look it up. Cops died in LA from gang violence. The cops are stacking bodies too on how many of them motherfuckers is dying. Gangs put hits out on police in Los Angeles like it ain't a thing. They not immune because you riding around this motherfucker with a shield and a gun. Only reason why the police continue to come back is because they're paid to do it. And if you paid gangbangers to gangbang, you could never end gangbanging. Niggas would bang out this motherfucker, especially if you paid them well. and gave them health benefits and a pension plan, you will be done for. Your whole life will be terrorized by gangsters. Every nigga in the block want to be a gangster when he grow up and make 100,000 a year gang banging. You'll be done. It'll be a wrap for you. No matter how many of them die, they'll still be like, nigga, tomorrow I'm about to join the gang. They're going to cut my check and I'm going to start killing around this motherfucker. It'll be that simple. Niggas want some paper. Don't give a fuck about how you feel. If you think this is right or not is irrelevant. This ain't about you. This is about me. And fuck you. That's what the gang is saying. Fuck you. Who the fuck are you? As he pull out his thing and clap your motherfucking ass. So police walk around that motherfucker in fear. Here's some of the police tactics when gangs are emotional. They don't arrest anybody. They just pull out batons. They get out their gear. They put on their shields and they stand there shoulder to shoulder and they push and yell and scream. No arrests are made. Even though right before their eyes, niggas is breaking windows. Motherfuckers is walking around with guns, open, exposed. And the police just looking. Because if you try to arrest them when their temperatures are high, cops gonna die. Cops gonna die. And cops know this. They're outgunned. The only reason why they can even survive is through propaganda. You could control a whole army of niggas through propaganda. It's very simple. You separate them. You divide them in 1,000 different ways. You make some of them Republicans and some of them Democrats. You give some of them money and you break some of them. You keep some of them starved and you give some of them a lot of food. You give some water and some liquor. You let one live good and you let the other live poor. You just keep the motherfucking plate unbalanced and you can control these motherfuckers for a lifetime. For a lifetime. The gangbang mentality is so motherfucking cold and destructive to the individual. I'm not talking about that shit from where you from. We see that shit and we ain't got no respect for that shit. We don't look at that shit like that shit hard. Once in a while, we be like, oh, that was gangster. Here and there, oh, that was gangster. We talking about LA. Why is it so demonstrative in LA? Well, that has to do with spiritual warfare, which the conscious community is totally disconnected from spiritual warfare. They don't fucking understand it because they say that one side of spirituality is written by white folks. White folks ain't never claimed to invent God. Ever. No God on no planet. Nowhere. History says that one of the oldest languages white people speak is Greek. And that the Phoenicians wrote that language for the Greeks. And prior to that language, white folks had something called Linear A and Linear B. And they was scratching symbols on a rock at the front of the Stepes Mountain and didn't know a fucking thing about language. They was climbing out of a destitute position. They don't even have the ability to articulate a God. But these dumb fucking fake news niggas in the conscious community perpetuating satanic doctrine told these dumbass niggas in the hood that God was invented by the white man. And they fucking watch their tongue when they talk about Nipsey Hussle's shit. Everybody except for one nigga that live in LA. I ain't gonna give your ass no breath on my mic, nigga, to whisper your fucking name. But I listen to their shows and I go, oh, these niggas trying to make sure they don't offend the gangbangers. Because, see, in the conscious community, we used to the YouTube trolls. We used to that weak shit. The fake death threats of Sarnetta gonna go get the white man. We used to that bullshit. He ain't going to get shit. These niggas scared to die. We used to Sarah Suit and Seti pulling out shotguns while him and young Pharaoh run from hotel to hotel, hiding from Ankh and the Amin Ra squad and Sarnetta and the rest of them sucker ass niggas, fake news ass niggas. So they always deal with the real gang shit, this heavy shit. See, the Nipsey story is a heavy topic that brought the attention of gangbangers to listen. Because they got YouTube too. They don't usually tune in to no buster ass motherfucker named Polight or no fake news nigga named Tariq Nasheed or some black cracker sucker ass nigga named Tommy. They don't even know who the fuck these niggas are at all. They couldn't even tell you the names of motherfuckers on CNN or on Fox. They don't pay attention to shit like that. It's a waste of time. Several of them motherfuckers, 90% of them niggas couldn't tell you who the vice president of United States is. They couldn't tell you. They don't fucking pay attention to shit like that. They could tell you the football score. They could tell you the laws on the 3 strikes penalties in America. They could tell you a lot of shit about shit that is reflective of gang culture. They can name damn near every rapper that's hard. They can name all the old school songs from the 60s. Everybody who ever sung anything. Smokey Robinson. They can run through the list. A real gangbanger. I ain't talking about this metamorphic bullshit, this new age nigga shit. They don't know a fucking thing. This is ridiculous. But a real live gangbanger, he was raised on old school music from the 60s and the 70s. You couldn't even get a real nigga to put a rap record in his motherfucking car. You couldn't play no fucking Ice Cube to a real big Tukey type nigga through the hood. He wasn't about to let you play no fucking rap music in his car. He listened to that shit, but not when he in the 6'4" riding on 3s. Never. It's gonna be old school music only. Only. And no fucking rap music. Why? Because the rap music was propaganda for the world. Not for the real ones. They didn't want to hear that shit. Well, nigga, Ice Cube ain't no fucking gang. I walked in my neighborhood. Hey, Ice Cube is the coldest gangster. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Ice Cube is a rapper, nigga. But you tell a dumbass nigga in New York that rappers are not gangsters, nigga. They studio actors paid to do it. They'd be like, you lying, nigga. What about Too Short? Studio. What about Ice Cube? Studio. What about Ice-T? Studio, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Here's why gangbangers got nicknames. They don't want you to know who the fuck they are, nigga. They about to do some criminal activity tomorrow. Fuck, do I need you walking around telling out my real name? I'm gonna get away with it if my real name floating through the hood, nigga. I could be found. You tell a nigga, oh, that was Pookie. Nigga, every gang got a nigga named Pookie. Everybody got a nigga named Pookie. So I'm listening to all of these fucking YouTube channels propagate their propaganda, and I'm saying these niggas is being careful not to offend the gangbang mentality. Because if these YouTube motherfuckers think that these gangbang niggas is trolls, they done fucked up, and you about to lose your life around this motherfucker. Because they gonna get to you. All that trolling shit, they don't have a YouTube account. Trust me. They don't have Facebook pages. They don't got it. They don't have cell phones in their name. Their cars are not registered in their name. Nothing. Everything in my baby mama name, my mama name, my aunt name, my daddy name, anybody name but his. And this motherfucker might be worth a cool $1 million. Ain't got a credit card to first. It's straight cash. Everything all cash. He pay off in all cash. Because he know that them feds is watching. And they use high-tech gadgets to get you. So therefore, he ain't got no cell phone. How do you contact him? You don't. He contact you. And it's gonna sound strange as a motherfucker. Let me tell you what a gangbang phone call sound like. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Come down to the parking lot, nigga. What time? Come down to the parking lot, nigga. I end the conversation. In the fucking conversation. He's off the fucking phone. You got to go to the parking lot. What time? Go to the fucking parking lot. He's not doing no talking. He ain't doing no talking. He ain't subscribing to your channel. He ain't sending in no fucking Patreon donations, no PayPal donations. He ain't commenting on your Facebook. He ain't fucking with you police ass niggas. All you niggas is police ass niggas to a gangbanger. That's what they call you, a police ass nigga. Why? Because you gonna tell. And guess what the penalties is for telling? Deaf, nigga, deaf to you player haters. Don't let me find you. So when Unc calls me, he want to know my opinion. I said, nigga, here's my opinion. I don't fuck with you conscious community niggas. Fuck you niggas. You some hoe ass niggas. I don't even do videos about you niggas. I don't come on you bitch ass niggas channels. Oh, nigga, I had to give you some time to calm down, DPB. You be tripping. Fuck you, nigga. I'm over here balling and you niggas still broke as a motherfucker. Who really tripping, nigga? There's a difference between me and you, and it's like 10 bank accounts, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? You was over there pushing, nigga, the history of a skull. Bitch, I was building credit. You was over there trying to prove Jesus doesn't exist, ho. I was over this motherfucker buying up the Bitcoin, dumbass. Fuck is you talking about? Oh, man, I didn't call you for all of that, pit boss. I was just calling to get your opinion about Nipsey. I said, nigga, I ain't doing nothing about Nipsey. I did something about Nipsey and I blocked it. Fuck them. What the fuck is you talking about? I said, y'all niggas gonna get their attention. That's what the fuck y'all doing. You think you trying to get views, but you bitch ass niggas gonna get them niggas attention. And you're gonna be a sad motherfucker when you start realizing gangbangers is circling around your motherfucking house. You trying to figure out how in the fuck did them niggas know where I live? So I gave him a little bit of my motherfucking perspective. I was like, nigga, am I live on the fucking radio or anything? Nah, nigga, it's just me and you. All right, bitch. If I hear your bitch ass record me, nigga, and do me like I did you. Don't do me like I did you, nigga, because I'll fuck one of you niggas up over this shit. He's like, nigga, come on, your ass crazy. He like, your ass crazy, whatever, nigga. You a Satanist. I'm crazy, but you a Satanist. Really? You know. So I gave him a little spiel. It was eye-opening for him. He quickly admitted to me that he wasn't really, around this kind of shit in Baltimore. Even though Baltimore, they claim to be gangster. They claim to be gangster out there. They kill each other like niggas do all over the planet. But it's different. It's different. This is what they don't understand. Nigga, just killing is one thing. Gang banging is another. It's a culture. I said, look, nigga, you East Coast niggas don't know nothing about West Coast culture. You niggas is dumb as a box of fucking rocks. Nigga, you know more about the Bible than you do gang bang culture, nigga. He was like, I know, nigga. That's why I'm calling you. Well, nigga, I really can't tell you much. That's part of gang bang culture. Don't talk to L7 motherfuckers. They don't do nothing but snitching. So I just give you what general information, nigga. See, the actual reality of the Nipsey Hussle situation is gangbang culture. Every element about it, everything that happened was gangbang culture. There's a rule in gangbang culture. Take this one to heart. Anybody can get it. Anybody. Not gangbangers can get it. Anybody can get it. Anybody. There's nobody immune to gangbang culture. Anybody can get it. Nigga got 50 bodyguards and he got it. Nigga riding around in a bulletproof egg and he got it. Nigga built 15 Donald Trump metal walls around his house and he got it. Nigga worth $150 billion protected by Navy SEAL and he got it. Anybody can get it. Ain't near motherfucker immune from gangbang culture. Not a soul around this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what that nigga did for the hood. I don't give a fuck who that nigga fuck with. I don't give a fuck how big your gang is. I don't give a fuck how crazy you are. Nigga, you fuck up around here and anybody can get it. And when you get it, you're just another nigga dead. You're just another nigga dead. In gangbang culture, the most destructive motherfucking force in American black culture, it's like beneath the slave mentality. Buried in the ground, cement thrown on top of it, below the earth mentality. Gangbang culture mentality is beneath slave mentality on the levels of mentality because it's so destructive. And the slave mentality was super destructive. The only thing that makes gangbang culture worse than the slave mentality is a gangbanger will kill you over a color. Just a color. You're an innocent motherfucker, fresh from New Jersey. Your mom done moved to Compton, California. And you walking around with some fresh red laces on. Innocent as you can be. Sitting on the motherfucking bus stop. Waiting on the bus. Crip see you posted. And he can see them red laces from 8 blocks away. He done told the homie, bust a U-turn, nigga. Pull right up on the bus stop and kill you over the color of your shoestrings. And it's just that simple. And he ride off. And his homies be like, that was a motherfucking vegetable. Y'all don't know what they don't even use that term in gangbang culture anymore, a vegetable. That was a deadly word when I was growing up. If a motherfucker called you a vegetable, you better start cocking your weapon immediately. As soon as they say, oh, him right there, he a vegetable, you better go to cocking your shit and blast first because they about to kill you. Because the equivalent of that word was, nigga, that's the opposition we must kill. That's what he's saying. This is the opposition we need to kill. And so if a motherfucker call you a vegetable, take that worse than a white boy calling you a nigger. Takes that worse than a motherfucker calling you ugly. Take that as a fucking death threat and shoot first. Only way to survive around this motherfucker is bomb first. Don't worry about the outcome. It's better to live and tell about it than to die a young age around this motherfucker. So why I hear all of these bitch ass YouTube channels trying to suck up to the story for views, trying to come up with this elaborate conspiracy theory shit, I just shake my fucking head and say, I can't wait till this fucking mentality enter the fucking YouTube world. When them niggas gonna get shot the fuck down live on the motherfucking air? When the fuck that's gonna happen? It's gonna happen, I promise you. Because you motherfuckers is tuning in to demonic shit. You participating in the demonic fucking culture. And the devil's gonna come, nigga, call your name one day. Why y'all dumbass niggas think that this shit is progressive? These motherfuckers ain't gonna denounce gangster mentality. You know what'll happen if one of these niggas say, I'm denouncing gang banging, and everybody who gang banging is a fucking terrorist, and we gonna eradicate, nigga, he'll be dead by the morning. And then the only thing that they gonna say is gangsters don't die, we multiply. The only way gang banging is gonna come to an end is these niggas get so fucking old that they all in wheelchairs. You gotta let the gangbang mentality just get old and die. There is no way to stop this shit as of yet. There is no solution. Fuck a Farrakhan with a good speech. It don't mean a fucking thing. I hate to fuck you Muslim niggas off real quick, but Farrakhan visiting the fucking hood don't mean a fucking thing at all. It's heartfelt. I felt Farrakhan, every motherfucking word, I was like, all right, Farrakhan, nigga, that was for the squares. Farrakhan was talking to the squares. He wasn't talking to the gangsters. They don't give a fuck about that shit. They don't give a fuck about that. All that fucking talk for the cameras that these niggas do, all that bullshit, T.I. at the store buying clothes and Snoop Dogg crying and all that shit's for the cameras. I mean, play the cameras. You only talking to the squares. Because I don't know near motherfucking gangster that then came on camera and denounced the fucking gang activity in general. Just fuck this shit. It's got to stop. Burn his fucking flag and denounce this shit. See, when you become a Christian, you got to denounce that fucking satanic mentality that you got. Or you can't join. But they ain't going to do it. They ain't going to do it because they going to multiply. The multiplication of gangsterism is starting to become watered down. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign that one day this shit will be over with. But that mentality has to get old and die of old age. Only way you're going to get rid of the gangbang mentality is that it die of old age. To a degree, that's what happened to the slave mentality. See, there was motherfuckers who was freed, but was bred in slavery. And they taught that breaded slave mentality to free blacks who was never born in slavery. But they had the slave mentality because it was still old motherfuckers teaching it. Yes, a boss, no, a boss. That's how you talk to the white man. Yes, a boss, no, a boss. And even when the motherfucker was free, he was still acting like a fucking slave. But as time went on and the mentality got older and older and further away from slavery, a new mentality came about. A new mentality was born. It was called the thug mentality, the gangster mentality, some new shit. It ain't nothing like slave mentality. Slave mentality still had morals for self. Even a fucking slave wore a fucking rope around his motherfucking pants to keep them up. Even a fucking slave had enough respect for himself to pull his fucking pants up. A fucking slave. But a gangster, you better not say a motherfucking word about how he wear his motherfucking pants. You better shut your fucking mouth. What the fuck a gangster doing? Unless you a gangster. It's the only person that can talk shit to a gangster. Well, it's two motherfuckers can talk shit to a gangster. That's the judge and a gangbanger. Only two motherfuckers can talk shit to a gangster. And trust me, when they talk to them judges, they just be crying. Shit sound pitiful. It's real fucked up. So one of the dudes that got shot with the Nipsey Hussle incident, he violated his probation. He was 55 years old. He had gave these motherfuckers 25 years and got out 7 months ago. 55. That meant he went to jail at 30. That means he has survived a whole lot of criminal activity. He survived a lot of shit. And at 30 years old, he got locked the fuck up. When they give you 25 with an L, murder is the case that they gave you. That meant he had a murder charge, or he had some heroin that carried murder too. They call it wet. So you either got some type of violent crime where somebody was shot or killed, or you got caught with heroin and they about to give you life, 25 with the L. And I guess due to Donald Trump prison reform, he got out 7 months ago. Got a family, doing the right thing. He 55. His gangster days is over, but his mentality is just as fresh. Just as fresh. I got a brother who is a gangster. He 55 or something like that too. This nigga I think he damn near had a PhD. And I can't get this nigga to go around on gangbangers. He even fuck them niggas. He deal with the gangbangers in the prison systems, and you know, he's some type of counselor in Los Angeles. Big nigga too. He looked like Tukey Williams around this motherfucker. Gangster. But when he got out of jail, that nigga went to college. Nigga bought a house. Nigga stayed out of Dodge. And he ain't fuck with nobody with a criminal mentality, a gangbang mentality at all. Ever. I mean, he damn near got out of prison and the whole hood was like, I heard your brother got out of jail. I said, he did, nigga. How long ago? 10 years ago, nigga. I ain't never seen a nigga because you a gangbanger, nigga. And he ain't coming around your broke, pathetic motherfucking ass. Oh, yeah, nigga. And you don't want to say nothing about it because if you make him mad, he might decide to come back around this motherfucker and it'll be bad for you. Oh, yeah, I know that nigga gangster. Yeah, he gangster, nigga. Gangster enough to stay the fuck from around you dumbass niggas. That's how gangster he is. And so he never, ever went around that dumb shit ever to this day. And his record profile is harder than most niggas that's call themselves gangster. His profile harder than they shit. I put money on it. But yet, he ain't fucking with them niggas on that level. And now, if you go to jail and they tell you you got to go see the counselor, you might run into him. He'll be in a suit, nigga, sitting at the desk pushing pencils. And he gonna say, nigga, I used to be just like you. They be looking, nigga, you ain't been like me. You went to college. You lived a good life. And he just laughed. Shut your ass up, nigga. I'm known in these penitentiaries, nigga. Known in these penitentiaries. Fucking niggas up. But he knew better, so he did better. If you know better, you're gonna do better. And he knew better. But in this particular case with the dude that got shot by with Nipsey. "25 years, they told him when he was in the halfway house, don't go around no known gangbangers. I mean, don't go to your mama house, nigga. Go find you a white girl in the desert. Stay your motherfucking ass away from all niggas, because all niggas is gangbangers. Known. I mean, you gotta date white girls, because if you get a black girl, she gonna have your punk ass around some gangbangers. So if you want to be safe, go get your white girl, nigga. Don't worry about these fake black power niggas and what they got to say. Go get your white girl, nigga. You'll be safe. She'll have your ass down at the beach with some fucking seashells on and some thong slippers and one of them fucking Hawaiian shirts, nigga, drinking pina coladas, nigga. No more beer, no more Hennessy straight, nigga. You'll be drinking pina coladas on the beach with a white girl. Free. But the pressures of the neighborhood had him connect back with the hood. So higher up said, didn't we tell that nigga not to go around them known gangbangers? Yeah, we told him, go arrest this motherfucking ass. And bloop, blop, blip, blop, click, clack, clack. This nigga shot in a wheelchair. Just gave these white folks 25 years. Ain't been walking around but 7 months. Ain't committed no crimes. Ain't selling no dope. But couldn't listen to the rules. Because they make the rules extreme. Extreme. They like, nigga, don't dance when music is playing. Don't breathe when air is passing by. They got all kind of rules you got to apply to. Don't look out windows. Don't come outside in the motherfucking dark. They got 100 rules. And you better follow them, nigga. You better follow them. But a nigga don't listen. He think it's a game. He think it's a game out here. Think these white folks care about you. They don't care about you. Nothing about. They don't give a fuck nothing about you. They done told you the rules. And it's up to you. I mean, you can always leave the country. Get the fuck away from these motherfuckers. Just go down to Mexico. Get you a Mexican girl. Get the fuck on out of here. They let you out. Leave. Change your name and play a different game. Tired of being trapped in this vicious cycle. If one more cop harasses you, then you just might go psycho. And when you get them, you're going to hit them with the bum rush. Only a lunatic would like to see the score crushed. White folks got you trapped. Tupac Shakur. Now, he goes down to the store. And Nipsey Hussle, being a real nigga, love for his neighborhood, said, nigga, I'm going to look out for you, man. Get you some clothes or whatever. Get you a couple Crenshaw shirts and some other shit, nigga. And, you know, all right. You know, it's all good. Nipsey trying to change the mentality of gangbangers. This in itself is a deadly task. Because this culture eats its children's, devours its mothers, and confines its fathers, kills its brothers, and pimps its sisters. It has no love for you. It has no love for you. If you really think you want to fuck with it, you better be gangster. Because if you got any weak shit in you, they gonna kill you. They don't do weak around this motherfucker. They don't do weak. Only the strong survive. Nigga weighing 165 in the city where the itty bitty nigga die. To live and die in LA. It's just like the place to be. So, police arrest him. Said he violated principles, violated rules, regulations. Now he's sitting in a jail cell, shot, paralyzed. He's feeling like a fucking victim around this motherfucker. I'm a fucking victim, he said. Like, sound like a victim to me. But everybody was a fucking victim. Everybody that enters gangbang mentality is a victim. They're a victim of the circumstance. Nobody's safe. Anybody can get it. All these rules to being gangster. It's fucked up rules. Blood in, blood out, all that type shit. You know what that means? Blood in, blood out. You're going to shed blood coming in. You're going to shed blood going out. They ain't letting nobody out. It's slavery on another level. To be a gangbanger is to initiate yourself into slavery. Modern day slavery is the gangbang mentality. Y'all niggas think it's a gang. Y'all think it's a YouTube investigation report. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you, and they not listening to you. Even my teacher couldn't reach me. They don't give a fuck about what y'all feel. That's the problem. Y'all think they care about how you feel about their behavior. This is problematic from the start. You got to kill the nigga in you to become a gangbanger, because niggas is weak. The gangbangers don't fuck with nothing weak. So you have to kill that nigger in you, and they'll install the gangster. Modern day slavery, self-inflicted. Self-inflicted. So the brother is sitting in there, shot, paralyzed. He was already limping prior to this. He had already served these motherfuckers several years, from 30 to 55 or 54, from 29 to 54. And then he's 7 months on the streets. And he gets shot by a nigga from the same neighborhood. Ain't this a bitch? Ain't this a bitch? Arrested when the parole officers don't even want to arrest you. Somebody higher up. Who could be higher than the parole officer? You sound like a mayor or a fucking police chief or somebody like that. Got that kind of power. This is what you call power, when you can pick up the phone and say, no, we think we'll arrest that guy. That's called power. You don't need no money to exert power. You need power to exert power. So the hood comes to the rescue. One of his famous homies go live, call the nigga on the phone. Come get on this YouTube box and tell your story so we can get your story out there. Find you some help. Any lawyers want to help? Come help. He's a victim. Why is he a victim? Because the same force that arrested him also claimed that Nipsey Hussle was for change in his neighborhood and is honoring Nipsey and calls him an activist against gang violence. And so the perplexity of this is that if someone denounces activities to which they are a part of, they can get acknowledged by the police, but your friends got to go to jail for even being associated to your ass. Now, on the surface, it sounds fucked up, don't it? But in gang culture, this is not fucked up. This is gang culture. And gang culture means everything you hear on the phone, everything you see with you. Look, don't believe, this is another slogan. Don't believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. This is gang culture. When you raised in Los Angeles, that means I don't give a fuck what nobody tell me. I don't believe none of that shit. And the shit I actually physically see, I only believe half of that shit. Because what I see, I could have the wrong perspective of what I see. So I can't even believe my own eyes fully. So a nigga say, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. This is gang culture, nigga. This ain't that shit you from. This ain't that country bumpkin shit. This ain't that New York slick shit. This ain't that Chicago gangster shit. This ain't that Texas cowboy shit. This ain't that Miami cowboy cocaine cowboy shit. This some shit none of you niggas live within 3 states near. This California shit. You got to cross a desert to get to this bitch. Don't nobody live near this motherfucker. It's a world of its own. And all you niggas who learn to be gangster from a fucking rap record, nigga, you a goddamn fool and you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You just talking. You ain't talking about nothing. You just talking. And you don't know what the fuck you talking about. It ain't nothing. And I mean nothing positive that the gang banging mentality teaches to its members. Not a motherfucking thing. Everything is lies, even the word loyalty. Gangsters say we require loyalty as a member. Mm-hmm. Here's how that goes. Gangbanger gets in the car. Homies say, hey, the big homie needs some business handled. You coming, nigga, get in the back. You get in the back. They pull out all kind of guns. Y'all cocking guns. You putting on brownies. You put your rags on. You roll the windows up. You rolling. Got a driver, 2 shooters. One in the back, one in the front. You pull up on your situation and you get out and handle it. What you didn't realize is they was going to shoot back. So everybody fled. One nigga went this way. One nigga went that way. The driver took off. One nigga got shot. One nigga got away. Other nigga got caught by the cops. Nigga got shot. He at the hospital and he ain't saying nothing. The nigga that got caught, he's sitting in jail and he ain't saying nothing. The nigga got away. He did all the killing. He was the nigga that conspired the whole motherfucking thing. He the one that told all them niggas to ride with him. The big homie didn't even tell that nigga to do that. That was his own shit. And he the only nigga got away. And he walking around the hood talking about, man, I don't know if that nigga gonna tell on me or not, man. They like, nigga, what happened? Man, you know, we rolled out to handle some business, man. And I don't know, man. The other homie shot. He landed in the hospital. The other homie got arrested. And I killed like 3 of them niggas. So the nigga that got caught and the nigga that shot in the hospital, they gonna get charged with the murders. So the nigga in the hospital said that he wasn't even in the car. He was sitting on the bus stop when the shooting started, and he was caught in the crossfire, and that's how he got shot. So the police let him go. But the nigga that got caught in the car, he got fingerprints and shit, guns on him and the rest of that shit, and he gonna get them charges. First thing he want to know, hey nigga, y'all take care of my mama, my nigga, and go over there to my girlfriend, nigga, and get my fucking vehicle. That bitch can't have shit. And take all that shit over to my side bitch and give it to her. And I'll take this time for the hood. It's all good. They go, oh, that's a real nigga right there. That's a real nigga right there. That nigga about to take that L. Police come to him. Hey, man, look, we know you didn't do it. Who did it? Nigga, I ain't saying nothing. Nigga, I'm from whoop 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 city. Nigga, I'm from such set. Nigga, I ain't saying shit. You bitch ass police ain't gonna put me on record for being no snitch around this motherfucker. You sure you don't want to tell, nigga? We know you didn't do it, nigga. We was chasing you the whole fucking way. I don't know how you got a fucking B210 to do a $150 on the fucking freeway, but some fucking how you did. But we'll let you go, nigga. We only gonna give you 5 years, a little violation, and nigga, you be back at home with your kids. Man, fuck y'all. You fucking racist police. You coward ass. Fuck y'all. This woo wah whip. Nigga start banging on the police, screaming his hood out and shit. Well, then fuck you, nigga. You loyal ass motherfucker. They send his ass to the big house. This nigga get that 25 with that L, and he stays solid. And he in the jail cell just to lifting weights. Chest and got big as a motherfucker. He beat niggas up around this motherfucker and got a cell full of motherfucking noodles and potato chips and shit. He done read every law book on the shelf, and now he's educated. Then motherfuckers, white people say, man, we know you didn't do that shit. We're going to let you out of here, nigga. You done gave us 24 years. We're going to let you out next year. Motherfucker like, y'all going to let me out this motherfucker? Yeah, we ain't got no more room for you. You know, like 100 of your homies is in this motherfucker too. And they just starting their 25 years. So we got to get all you old niggas out here because we really don't have money to pay your fucking health bill, nigga. So right as you start getting sick and shit and you got pancreatic cancer and they don't want to pay them bills, nigga, they let you go. Like, this nigga about to die anyway. Let this nigga out. You come back out, nigga, barely wounded like a motherfucker. Back to the hood. The homies greet you. Nigga, I heard about you, nigga. I grew up, nigga, to your story. Some little nigga only 23 years old. Wasn't even born when you went to jail. He from the hood too. You heard he the latest nigga killing it. This nigga gangster. He even got your name. He acquired your name in the hood. He Lil Tukey, Baby Tukey, and Little Baby Tukey. They start doing generational names and shit versus Tukey, then Little Tukey, then Baby Tukey, then Little Baby Tukey. You got 4 generations out in this motherfucker. Gang banging your name to keep your game alive, nigga. Gangsters don't die, we multiply. Now, you walking around this motherfucker back home from 25 years, you kept your fucking mouth shut and took that L. And the nigga you took the L for, he died a long time ago in a shootout with some other niggas. But he didn't do nothing but talk good about you. Said that you was a solid nigga and you could be trusted. So because of that, you know, a couple niggas is like, man, you an OG. So they bring you some Hennessy. Drink a couple of Hennessy with you. Niggas give you a little money. One nigga shot you 300, other nigga shot you 100. Another nigga came and picked you up, nigga, and took you back and forth to the halfway house for 3 months. One of the other homies, he got you on with Home Depot, working in the fucking back, nigga, breaking down boxes. You happy though, cause you free. Old than a motherfucker and free. And the whole hood, nigga, respect your game because you kept your motherfucking mouth shut. Gang bang mentality. So when you see these other rappers drop these motherfucking rap records and build a career off the gang bang mentality and make multi-millions of dollars, and then when they get way up to the top, they want to become an activist. That's cool. That's called elevation. That's called graduation. That's called running the marathon. But if you ain't denounced gangbanging as a demonstrative mentality for black men, if you don't burn the flag from the gang you from, gangbangers will never die. They will only multiply.